What's good, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day because we are going to be talking about delivery driving today. I'm a delivery driver. I work delivery. I'm a pizza driver, delivery. You know, got a job and whatnot. I'm a working man. I've had some really weird experiences in my job. So weird that I'm like, I should make a video on it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be talking about crazy stories of delivery driver and what dangers are. And being a delivery driver is a very risky job, surprisingly. There's a lot of dangers, like fist fighting, throwing hands, shootings, car crashes, arguments, and kidnapping. There have been some kidnapping reports. Like, say I give someone the wrong pizza, they're gonna get mad, you know? And when people get mad, all they see is red. And that's why I always carry a knife with me. Have you ever seen those videos of those like Amazon or FedEx drivers? Like, they have to go through the gate and for some reason they have their dog out, so their dog chases them. Like, why would you even have your dog in the front yard to begin with? Keep the dog in the backyard. So now you have this 40-year-old man running from a pit bull named Cupcake about to take its fucking life. But dude, some Amazon drivers are super athletic. I've seen some crazy videos of like some Amazon driver like jump a 10-foot gate. Okay, that's that's not true. Like a four foot gate, not 10 foot. For some reason I was thinking 10 inches. So we're going to be looking at some stories of how dangerous and how weird delivery driving is. First, we're going to start with one of my stories. So this is my first week on the job. You know, I'm new to this. I have no clue what's going on. It's like my third day, and they don't teach you anything. They just expect you to know what to do. Which, I mean, like, all you're doing is delivering pizzas. It makes sense. There's this motel. It's super cracked out, super scary, sketchy. We get deliveries from there all the time, and it's always sketchy. This is my first time going, so I get there. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to die. Like, someone's going to mug me. So I go to the door of the person, and I knock, and like 10 minutes go by, and I'm just sitting there like, all right, I'm just going to leave. So I start walking down the stairs. And as I'm walking down the stairs, there's this guy who's cracked out. Like, he obviously just did, like, meth or something. He's, like, tweaking. He walks up. And for some reason, I think to myself, I'm going to ask this guy if he orders pizza. So I'm like, did you order his pizza? He's like, yeah, man, I've been looking all over for you. Not true. That dude was just fucking shitting up meth in his arm. And so I'm like, yeah. And so I walk up, go to his room, wait for the money, giving them pizza, and he's looking for the money. He's like scourging through his fucking room, like looking everywhere, and he opens the blanket. There's like a bed, and he throws the blanket up, and the gun, there's a fucking Glock right there just chilling there, and it flips around, and I'm like, oh my God, he's not gonna have enough money, and I'm gonna fucking die. So he gives me like, the pizza's like $20, he gives me like 15, and I'm like, sir, the pizza's $20. And he's like, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. I'm like, you know what? Fine. It's fine. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, $5, I'll pay the rest of your fucking pizza so I don't get shot. So, moral of the story, I don't know. I don't even know what the moral story of that fucking story was. Just don't get scammed, I guess. It was so dumb. Another story is, I delivered for Marco's Pizza. I had a delivery one night and thought it would be like any other delivery I've had in the past. I live in Georgia, so I usually deliver to rural areas. What does that mean? Let's search that up. Oh, like the country, like countryside. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to get off in an hour, and I got this delivery to this road that I knew. It was a very wooded area. As soon as I get up to the house, the person's driveway was like a quarter mile long. So I just drove up the driveway and parked there. I get the food out of my car, a pen, and the receipt. I started walking towards the front door. As I'm walking to the front door, a middle-aged skinny woman comes out from behind the house and says, hey, we're over here in the garage. Yeah, that's a red flag. If someone tells you to go in their house or go in their garage or something, just leave the pizza there. Or say like, don't do it, because you're going to get killed. I'm not going to lie. I've been forced to go in someone's garage my first week working, and I didn't know. But, I mean, they were super chill about it. But, like, you never know. You never know. I go to the lady's garage, and I stand in the doorway. I look inside the garage, and there are two overweight men sitting in their recliner chairs in all camo clothing. That's a red flag. All camo? Dude, they're... fuck no. I look at the walls, and there are at least 5 rebel flags hanging, 6 deer heads, and a Trump 2016 poster on the wall. I'm a FTM transgender. What does that mean? FTM. Is that like a limited time mode or something? Female to male. Oh, I'm so dumb. Female to male. I had been on testosterone for about 6 to 7 months at this time, so I looked very manly, but tried my best to present as a male. The woman and the 2 men kept calling me ma'am and miss. I think the scariest part was when one of the men asked me to come inside the garage. Politely declined and informed him that we weren't allowed to go inside customers' house or garages. He ignored me, and soon all 3 of them were asking for me to go into their house. Again, I politely declined and gave them their pizza and told them the total. I think they ended up tipping me about $3, which is really bad. That's not bad at all. $3? I'm taking $3 all day.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of.
Every time I pass that road, I get the spooks. Honestly, I wonder what would have happened if you went in that house. I wonder if they would have. I wonder if you would have went in that house and there's just like 3 rednecks just chilling with shotguns. Oh yeah, we got this motherfucker right here. Yeah. That's how I imagine Georgia in general. Georgia in general is just like a bunch of rednecks. That's all I think of. Another story is I delivered to this one lady. She seemed to be in her early 40s, had a sleeve of tattoos, was wearing a pink tank top and pink chucks, short jorts. Whoa, what the fuck are pink chucks? Put a photo up real quick. Short shorts, and of course her name was Tiffany. She was basically a middle-aged teenager. You know those awkward teenagers you'll deliver to? That's her, except in a 40-year-old body. She had one of those obvious fake tans in with wrinkled skins. Oh my god, dude. If you do spray on tan and you just look orange, like, what is the point of doing that? You don't look good. I'd rather be white than look orange, like a fucking highlighter or something. Or like that one SpongeBob episode. That's what it looked like. I rang the doorbell and I could see her and other friends having some wine. I did the normal routine, but then she said something along the lines of, "You didn't splooge on my pizza, did you?" What? Yeah, I'm just gonna fuck in your pizza. Duh. That's like our secret ingredient, obviously. Like, I just obviously winked one out on the fucking pizza. I've seen that in the movie, ha ha ha. I was like, no. Then this is a woman, by the way. So she thought she just fucking watered all over her pizza. Oh. And she asked to see the pizza, so I showed it to her. I was starting to think she either wanted me to splooge on her pizza or splooge on her. She's just like, oh, dude, I hope you didn't just on my pizza. Like, oh, that would suck so bad. Oh, that would. Oh, just don't do it. Don't do it. You want to come inside, though? We got some wine. She got a $5 tip, though. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good right there. Pickled Deer says, one time I took a delivery to a nice big house in a big neighborhood. An older gentleman, probably in his 50s or 60s, answers the door and invites me in while he goes grab his wallet. Which, if they do, never go. Like, especially like a 60-year-old person. Like, that's just weird. That happened to me once. Obviously, I didn't go in. Because obviously you're not allowed to. But like, that's just so creepy. Normally I would decline, but the house was impressive enough on the outside that I wanted to check what it looked like in the inside. Dumbass. So I follow him to the back porch, but I stopped dead in my tracks when I noticed the large screen TV on the porch was blasting porn. When he noticed I had stopped, he beckoned me to come out onto the porch. Naturally, I declined, got the money, and left. So this dude, just sitting on his living room couch, just like, oh, dude, when is that pizza gonna be here? He's just like watching porn. Dude, I don't even, like, if I was in that situation, I'd watch. But like, honestly though, that is so weird. Same dude, by the way, Pickled Deer. He has another story for us. This dude's gone on some crazy stories. The other story happened at an extended stay at the hotel with a bad reputation. I get to the outer door and have some issues with the code when a guy sticks his head out the window, says the pizza's for him and that he'll be right down. I eventually remember the code, go inside, and meet the guy right as he gets off the elevator. Now, rather than exchanging the money and leaving, as you might expect, the guy tells me he doesn't have the money, some other guy in the room has it, and asks to come upstairs with him. Whoa. Okay, whoa. So with the first red flag tingling in the back of my head, I step into the elevator with him when the doors close. He says something of the effect of, hey, check this out, and begins to lift his shirt. What? Imagine you're in the elevator with this dude. He's like, yo, check this out. Yeah, check it. It's pretty sick, right? Under his shirt, he's been wrapped with bandages around his stomach. I'll save you the graphic detail, but it was obviously a bad wound, a stab wound if he had to guess. He proceeds to confirm that it was a stab wound the other night and it was on the news. Didn't you see it? He said. And after a pause in the conversation that hurt a lot, so we step off the elevator to get his room and he pops inside before coming back to ask me to come inside with the guys. But the money is on the couch. Okay, fuck no. You're going inside a room with this dude that doesn't know you, lift up his shirt and showed a stab wound that he expected you to know about. Fuck that. And then he wants you to come inside with a bunch of dudes? Like, what? Dude, they're gonna fucking do something that rhymes with grape. Now, two thoughts go through my mind. Either this was the dumbest setup for a robbery I've ever seen, or the couch guy is really, really lazy. I eventually settled on the fact that this was a robbery. The guy probably wouldn't have advertised his gaping stab wound, and I kind of wanted to meet the laziest man in the world, so I stepped in the door carefully, not to let Stabby get behind me. Inside, there's an older, white-haired man on the couch and a young, tweaked-out girl. The man hands the money to the girl, and actually, it's a $100 bill. And that's the only cash he has. So reluctantly, I made change for him out of my own money, concluded the transaction, and hastily retreated from what I can only assume a drug dealer's den. Wow, how did he not get fucking nothing happened to him? That's crazy. And how can he be that lazy? I'm just imagining some fat dude on the couch with Cheetos like, oh, here's 100. Just stuffing his mouth with fucking Cheetos, watching. This guy's probably the guy watching the porn. He's just sitting there like, oh yeah. So guys, this is future me here. I completely forgot to record the outro, so I'm gonna do it right now. So guys, I'm gonna end the video there. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video because I had a blast making it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to see more content, and see you guys later.